Hafa Adai, friends. Jason Salas here, and thank you so much for streaming us on Facebook. This is KUM News Extra, and if you're watching us on KUM TV, Hafa Adai to you and yours as well. I have two gentlemen with the Society of Military Engineers. It is their centennial celebration, so 100 years of doing amazing things with math, with construction, making the island a more technical and a better place. We have Pete Diaz, the past president of the organization. Pete, Hafa Adai.
Hafa Adai.
Thanks for joining me. And the current president is Scott Thompson. I know of at least one stand-up comedian who shares the same name, so very good to have you here.
Good.
And congratulations on the centennial. Certainly your colleagues, when people think of military engineering, it's not just, okay, we find bombs, we find, landmines, we build bridges, we clear battlefields and everything like that.
Right.
The scope of the Society of Military Engineers is very, very broad, and you guys do a lot of work in a variety of industries, right, Pete?
Yes. Yeah. So our organization was founded in 1920. And this was obviously during World War I, where a lot of engineers were called to service, to actually serve their country in uniform. After World War I, a lot of the leaders didn't want to lose that knowledge that was transferred by those engineers to the military personnel. And so they created the society to kind of keep that going. And so, yeah, we're going to be celebrating 100 years of our society.
Well, Scott, how many members does the society locally have and everything? Because both of you, you said you're both civil engineers?
Yep. Yeah, we're both civil engineers. So locally there's...
So you both studied making, bridge making?
Yeah.
Very nice.
So locally we have about 314 members, and nationally there's around just shy of 30,000 members in SAME. So we have 104 posts nationally, and here locally we have the UOG student chapter post as well, and then we have a Philippines chapter as well. So.
Okay, I like the angle of getting young people and getting the next generation to learn engineering, like the right way. Of course, it's a very rigid discipline. Some would say, obviously the math is what it is. The math is the math. But then you also have your ethics, you have your standards that you have to uphold and everything like that. So what is it like to actually reach out to a new generation? And, hopefully with the UOG's engineering school, that tradition will continue.
Right. So it's very exciting to reach out to the younger generation, actually. So, SAME also does a lot of stuff during Engineers Week, where we go out to the local schools, not just at the university level, but at the middle school and high school level, and we give presentations on what engineering is, how to become an engineer, and we provide a hands-on experiment that the kids can get a feel for, for STEM concepts. And so the UOG student chapter is something that SAME nationally has put together, and so there's many, I can't remember how many national UOG chapters there are, but UOG locally is a group of students that are studying at the UOG School of Engineering, and then they're also going to be going into the four-year program as well. So
excellent.
Yeah.
Now, if I was a smart man, and I am not, I would know, the variety of employment opportunities and career paths that you can have through engineering. I remember when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I want to be an engineer because I want to be on the guy in the train that pulls the horn. But Pete, what type of career opportunities are there on Guam if you want to get into engineering and study that discipline, then come here and actually make this your life's work?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of different types of engineers. So civil engineers, we typically deal with road construction, water, wastewater systems. We have structural engineers that deal with the vertical construction of the buildings, the reinforcement of those. We have geotechnical engineers that make sure that the foundations are strong enough to support buildings. There's environmental engineers to make sure that the impacts of the environment are mitigated.
And UOG said they're going to be big on that as part of their engineering program.
Yeah. So right now, the UOG, they have a civil engineering program that they're going to start off with that, and hopefully in the future, will be to branch out to these other necessary engineering fields.
Do you guys have a lot of people that work in software engineering disciplines as well?
Not locally, but obviously, all the stuff that we use, the software that we use, engineers software engineers have to develop those. So engineers, a lot of them require a really diverse background to be able to work in the fields that we do, be able to communicate with other types of engineers, and obviously use software in our designs. So one big thing that we're doing right now is we're using BIM, it's like 3D modeling of these buildings.
Sure.
And that's kind of the wave of the future. So,
so what is being done to celebrate the centennial and make sure that we continue the practice of engineering?
Right. So here we're going to be holding a centennial celebration on February 20th. and it's going to be held at the Hyatt Regency, and it's from 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. is our program, and then between 6:30 and 8:30 or 9 we'll have a social networking. And so we're going to have some local government dignitaries show up. We'll have the governor will attend, and then we'll also have some national SAME members attend as well. So we'll have the executive director of SAME attend. We'll have the national or the regional vice president will be here as well. So it'll be a pretty good program. We're excited about the program. We're excited about showing what SAME is about and what we've done here on Guam, what they've done nationally too. So,
what does membership get you? I mean, obviously the networking opportunities with other people in the craft and everything like is priceless itself. But you know, like if you want to become a member, if maybe there's some people that moved here right now, or there's some people who are studying engineering and they were like, you know, I want to connect and I want to do things the right way.
Yeah, well, if you're interested in joining SAME, obviously you can check out our website, same.org. Our society provides a lot of different opportunities for professional development, professional growth, leadership development, a lot of workshops, conferences. So one really big conference that's coming up is the Joint Engineering Training Conference. That's going to be held in Washington, D.C. this year. Obviously, since it's our centennial, our national is also going big as well. So we're looking forward to that.
May I just ask, how long have both of you been practicing? Because I remember engineering is like the cool thing to do now, and it's like, you know, it's the profession that everybody wants to get into, and you know, the money aside, and everybody's like, wow, you get to work with other really, really cool people, you know, really, really smart people, you get to build amazing things.
So myself, I actually got my engineering degree up at University of Alaska Fairbanks in 1993. So
very nice.
Yeah, so I've been, I came out here 6.5 years ago, and so between 93 and today, I've been doing engineering all over the country, really.
Okay.
And I've been practicing about 13 years. So I graduated with my engineering degree in 2006.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, gentlemen, we congratulate you on your centennial and have a wonderful celebration. And thank you for the work that you provide for Guam.
All right,
always pack your slide rule. That's very, very important.
That's right.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you.
Please stay tuned. We are back right after this.